It's great to be back. Looking forward to the challenges of the season, but probably more importantly, it's a great time in the summer to spend time with your family and develop some relationships that in this profession we don't get to do on many occasions. But probably most importantly is I've been working for Terry for about the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm certainly glad to get back somewhere where somebody will do what I ask them to do. So that's really one of the reasons we're excited. But, there's a lot of passion and positive energy that has been very helpful and effective in helping us develop and improve the Alabama football program, and we certainly appreciate our fans, our institution's administration. Dr. Witt has done a phenomenal job. Mal Moore has done a phenomenal job of setting the table for us so that we can have success, and the positive energy and attitude has been very good for recruiting and been very helpful and positive for our players. You can't really predict what's going to happen with a bunch of young adolescent people in anything that you might sort of encounter with them. Most certainly not a football team. And I think that all of you spend a lot of time trying to figure that out. But because that's very difficult, we choose to focus on the process of the things that need to get done so that you can have a good team. The will that your team has in terms of togetherness, team chemistry, respect, trust, supporting one another, positive energy and attitude to do their job, be responsible for their own self-determination, to do their job, and to have the work ethic to dominate the competition, not just to work hard, but to dominate the competition, which is very keen in our league. That is really, really critical, I think, in the development of any team. And that's something that's very difficult to predict, and it's very challenging to try to develop. Along those lines, and our season last year was probably a great example of this, one player cannot create the light that you need to be successful. But one blinking light on your team can destroy all the things that we're talking about. And there was some example of that last year in terms of how our season ended. And that's all of our responsibilities and obligation to try to make that a positive thing for our team and our team's success this year. Leadership in these areas, having guys that are role models who buy into the principles and values of the organization, make a commitment to it, are accountable to it, but also have the personality to inspire others to the vision of the organization is probably critical to team success as well. So we have a very challenging opener in Virginia Tech, who will probably be one of the top 5 teams in the country. They play great defense. They've always been great on special teams. They have some very explosive players on offense. But those kinds of games can let you know where your team is in their development for the challenges of the SEC, or develop the kind of confidence in a team like it did last year to enhance your team's development when we played Clemson in Atlanta. So, we've had a good summer. We've had a good off season. Our players have worked hard, but there are many challenges that face us, and we're looking forward to all those relative to our league. Well, I do think that probably the 2 critical areas on offense is, quarterback's always an important position. Greg McElroy has certainly done a good job to this point in terms of his development. He's a bright guy. He's very instinctive. He understands the offense, but he does not have the experience. And he's only going to get that by playing and developing the respect when he makes plays of his teammates. Quarterback's a difficult position to play if you don't have really good players around you, and that starts with the offensive line. And we're pleased with the development and the progress that our offensive line made in the spring. But I think critical to that is we have 4 newcomers in the offensive line, guys that we recruited. A couple of them were in spring practice. A couple more have joined the team over the summer. And I think these guys' development, whether it's for depth or to improve quality of starters will be a real key to, our team's development offensively. So that's, and I can't make any prediction on who those guys are going to be. I think it's going to be determined by the things that I just talked about.